1440. Good morning, it's Tuesday, May 26th, and you may be seeing our new template for the first time. Oh, have feedback? Let us know at hello@join1440.com. Need to know. America ventures out. Americans celebrated a Memorial Day weekend unlike any in recent memory, marking the unofficial start of summer after spending most of spring under varying levels of stay-at-home restrictions. Many states have put forth social distancing guidelines. They vary by state, see a rundown here, with concerns a second wave of cases could result from mass gatherings as the weather warms. Notable examples of partygoers flouting the advice were seen from Missouri to Florida. Public health officials noted the impact of such events wouldn't be known for days or weeks as symptoms develop. Separately, the White House will restrict nearly all non-U.S. citizens traveling from Brazil from entering the country. The virus's spread in Brazil has accelerated in recent weeks, and its total of nearly 375,000 cases is second only to the U.S. Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro has come under mounting criticism for downplaying the virus. President Trump pushed states to reopen churches and houses of worship, deeming them essential businesses. I don't disagree with that. The decision largely rests with governors and varies by state like many other restrictions. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker will allow in-person religious services to resume at limited capacity, while a federal court backed California Governor Gavin Newsom's decision to keep churches closed. They should always have left it up to the churches and the churchgoers to decide and to make any sort of responsible decisions that would be necessary. Just saying. Meanwhile, presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden made his first in-person appearance since the crisis began, visiting a Veterans Memorial Park near his Delaware home with his wife, Dr. Jill Biden. That's nice. The U.S. has reported 1.66 million cases with 98,223 deaths as of this morning. Deaths rose 3.7% since Friday morning. See the moving 3-day average here. Have more questions? Check out our expert-curated coronavirus resource page. Netanyahu corruption trial begins. The corruption trial against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu began Sunday, with a defiant Netanyahu calling the charges politically motivated. It is the first time a sitting prime minister has gone on trial in the country and comes 1 week after Netanyahu was sworn in for a record 5th term, albeit under a power-sharing agreement with rival Benny Gantz. The result of a 4-year probe, the charges focus on 3 cases: allegedly taking improper gifts from a number of businessmen, pushing legislation that would weaken a competitor of Israel's largest paper, Yediot Aharonot, in exchange for favorable coverage, and taking bribes from Shaul Elovitz, who controls the country's biggest telecom company, in exchange for political favors. The 3rd case is the most serious, with the regulatory benefits provided estimated to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The trial could last more than a year. The next hearing is scheduled for July 19th. Hong Kong protests reignited. At least 180 people were arrested in Hong Kong Sunday as protesters clashed with police for more than 7 hours. The confrontation was sparked by a new national security law pushed by mainland China that would broadly ban seditious activities. The march was a continuance of a series of pro-democracy demonstrations against Beijing that began last spring, but the first large-scale event since the pandemic began. Hong Kong has maintained a tenuous relationship with China since being returned by the British in 1997, and the semi-autonomous region maintains separate governing and economic systems from the mainland. The majority of its 7.4 million residents identify as Hong Kongers rather than Chinese. Critics have accused the central government of creeping authoritarianism over the region. See an overlay of the new national security law here. Protect yourself, protect others. So I have to read this. Over 50,000 masks donated from Masked. That's right. For every order through Masked Health, they're donating a face mask to the first responders keeping us safe every day. On top of that, 10% of all proceeds go to organizations helping to stop the spread of COVID-19. Their masks are washable, antimicrobial, filter efficiently, and ship between 2 to 5 days to help you stay safer faster. And with masks as low as $2 each, you can get the protection you need to leave the house without breaking the bank or hoarding N95s. Get face masks today that are fair at any budget through Masked Health. Buy today and use code MASKED1440 for a further 15% off. Ugh. In the know. Sports, entertainment, and culture. Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning top Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady at the match, Champions for Charity golf match, collectively raised $20 million for COVID-19 relief. Venice Film Festival to proceed as planned September 2nd through 12th. That's good. Good for them. Universal Orlando Parks to reopen with inherent risk warning beginning June 5th. Very good. That's what we should have done from the very beginning. Just make sure that the people who go to places understand that the liability is on them, not on the places they're going. That's all you fucking had to do. Jerry Sloan, Basketball Hall of Famer and longtime coach of Utah Jazz, dies at 78. I'm guessing not from coronavirus, because otherwise it would have said. Jimmy Cobb, last surviving member of Miles Davis's first great sextet, dies at 91. Wow. Legendary college basketball coach and 2020 Hall of Fame inductee Eddie Sutton dies at 84. Okay. Old people die, yeah. Science and technology. Large-scale study of antimalarial drug hydroxychloroquine shows no benefit in treating COVID-19, with recipients more likely to experience adverse effects, including death. See full peer-reviewed study published in top medical journal The Lancet. I don't know. New double contrast MRI technique allows detection of small cancerous tumors with 5 times greater sensitivity. May improve the early detection rate of many cancer types. SpaceX's first crewed mission officially cleared to launch tomorrow. Trip to the International Space Station is also the first crewed mission to launch from U.S. soil since 2011. Awesome. Business and markets. Brought to you by The Ascent. Rental car giant Hertz files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection to restructure nearly $19 billion of debt amid pandemic-induced slowdown. New York Stock Exchange reopens today. Roughly 25% of traders returning required to wear masks and avoid public transit. Okay, but that's great. That's good. Sources say Germany and German airline giant Lufthansa reached preliminary €9 billion bailout package. A credit card that packs up to $1,148 of value? Secure the highest cashback rate on the market that we've come across, with no annual fee to boot. #ad. Politics and world affairs. Multi-state manhunt underway for college students suspected in 2 killings. Search stretches from Connecticut to Pennsylvania. Suspect considered armed and dangerous. Florida judge strikes down state law requiring former felons to pay all outstanding fines before regaining the right to vote as unconstitutional. So they can vote in Florida. That's cool. Decision, which is expected to be appealed, affects nearly 775,000 potential Florida voters. I didn't know that felons anywhere could regain the right to vote. That's cool. Good for them. United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson stands by aide Dominic Cummings after Cummings reportedly violated country's quarantine guidelines by driving to his parents' farm 250 miles away from London. By driving. That's what some people are bitching about, because he drove 250 miles away from the most populous place in England? Britain? What the fuck ever. In depth and incalculable loss. New York Times, from the New York Times. As the U.S. nears the grim milestone of 100,000 deaths attributable to COVID-19, this visualization captures the lives led by 1,000 victims while still capturing the scale of the crisis. No thank you. From homeless refugee to chess prodigy, from ESPN. 3 years after his family fled Boko Haram in Nigeria, and 2 years after picking up a chess piece for the first time, 9-year-old Tani Adewumi is dreaming of becoming the world's youngest grandmaster. That's cool. Masks for good. 10% of proceeds through Masked Health go to organizations helping stop the spread of the coronavirus. Plus, they donate 1 mask to first responders for every order through the Masked Health website. With masks starting as low as $2 each, you can get peace of mind for a fair price. Check out Masked Health today to protect both yourself and others. Enjoy 15% off with code MASKED1440. Please support our sponsors. Etc. America celebrates Memorial Day in photos. The majority of coronavirus conspiracy tweets are coming from bots. Okay. Dr. Anthony Fauci makes a pair of surprise commencement addresses. Explorers locate the USS Nevada, the ship that almost escaped Pearl Harbor. The next threat? Aggressive rats short on garbage. Yeah. I don't know New York very well, but is there some reason why they couldn't go on some big terminating campaign to get rid of all the rats? What's stopping them? What each state has been binge watching during quarantine. Crayola unveils new pack of colors that reflect the world's skin tones. Ugh. You could color all the skin tones with a regular pack of crayons. I don't understand. Grapefruit-sized hailstones pummel a Texas town. We didn't have any hail. Clickbait. Owl chicks hatch outside man's window. Watch television daily. Oh, that's not good for them. Probably. Maybe it is. Who the fuck knows? History book. Dow Jones Industrial Average begins with 12 stocks, 1896. Actor John Wayne born, 1907. Happy birthday, John Wayne. Legendary jazz musician Miles Davis born, 1926. First American woman in space, Sally Ride born, 1951. Happy birthday, musician Lenny Kravitz, 1964. Young girls need to see role models. You can't be what you can't see. Sally Ride. I disagree with that. Enjoy reading. Forward this email to a friend.